Hey guys, all right, we are back. This live stuff, I don't know if Facebook has had an update or something, but it's a little bit tricky. Anyway, let me know that you can see me. Let me know that you can hear me as you're hopping on. We are just hopping back on now. And I'm so excited for today. We had nearly 40 women. I have to check if there were some men who registered for today, but there were nearly 40 people who RSVP'd. Hi, Amanda. Yes, can hear you. Yay, perfect. Awesome. I'm so glad. I feel like my camera disappeared earlier, so I'm glad that you can see me and that you can hear me. Thank you. Yay. All right. So as you're hopping on, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. So glad that you're here. And today I'm super excited. This is a lot of what I talk about, which is ultimately how to live your most healthy, vibrant life, how to be your healthiest and your fittest. And many times it comes down to simply lowering our body fat percentage. And why this is important is not only from the functional side, also boosting our mood and our energy, our quality of life, but ladies, it's our confidence as well, right? We want to fit in the clothes that we like, that we desire, to feel good, to feel sexy, to get on the beach and not worry about whatever it is, right? Whatever shape you are is perfect, first of all. But if you feel like you might have a little extra, if you feel like you're not moving and your energy is not optimized, then this is going to be perfect for you, all right? So I want to see in the chat, I want this to be energetic and engaging for you and with you. This training has been brought to you by someone else in our community and many others in our community. So I know that this is something that is going to resonate with you. Yay, I see that. Hello, everyone. So there's going to be two types of people who are in this live right now. The first are those who have been on their health journey. They're familiar, and they will be familiar with a lot of what I'm sharing, but what is lacking or what is challenging is the consistency. Consistency, the motivation to actually implement the things that they know. So that's one of my goals today, is for this to be by providing more information, not tons of information, but just enough to inspire action. That's the first. The second group of people who are going to be in here today are those who are completely new to this. They're not sure what is going to happen today or what is going to be shared. And so I assure you, you're in the right place. And of course, the third group of people, you really just don't know what to expect, and we're going to do this together. So if you feel comfortable to share, so I also know who I'm speaking to, let me know who you feel, which group you feel you are more like, you are most like. Are you kind of like the one who has been on the health journey, you're familiar with some health tools and modalities, but lacking confidence, lacking consistency, motivation? Or the second group, which is completely new and ready to learn some new stuff, but both groups will be ready to learn. Lisa says she's in the first group. Yes, I've actually been working with Lisa for a while, so I'm glad that you're here today. Amazing. So, take notes. Mia first, yes, love you girl, one of my VIPs. Amanda, first group. Lisa, yes, awesome. Okay, this is so good to know, because what we're going to be doing and what I'm going to be sharing a lot of, you are probably going to be familiar with. Some you may not be, some you will, but the key here is to boost that understanding, the motivation behind why you're doing this. What is your reason? Just think for yourself right now, why do you want to lower your body fat percentage? What is the motivation? Whatever it is, that whatever answer comes to you, trust me, it's perfect. Is it to feel better? Is it to look better? Is it to function better? To work better at your job? To be more present with your family? To not have brain fog? To not have this feeling of not being enough? Whatever it is, right? All of that is valid. Bring it to the table right now. And so for those who don't know me, because I know that there are a few new people, a handful actually, who have joined just for this training and into this community, who I know are going to watch the replay as well. So I'm not going to talk for too long about who I am, as you will get to know me if you don't already. But I am Kristine. I am a holistic health and wellness coach. I specialize working with women who are busy but ambitious, who want to get on top of their health, who want to balance their hormones, who want to feel good, to feel vibrant and confident, whether it is on the weight management side or the skin side. I dealt with acne. If you know my story, if you don't, you can scroll through my socials and see it, and also weight. So that is what I'm so passionate about, and something that I feel people should know about me right off the bat is that I'm not about quick fixes. I am here for the long run. I don't believe in dieting. I don't believe in restriction. I believe in having the freedom and the ease to live and eat how you love. I work, and I have a lot of women come to me where they had worked with a coach or a trainer that had them count their calories and work out excessively with the cardio and all these different things. I'm here to tell you now that that is not my approach. I completely support if that is something that you enjoy and you love, but what I've come to know for myself, because I have been there, I've been a coach for over 10 years, and I have had my calorie counting days and my intense workout days where I was so prone to injury because I was pushing myself so hard, and I would still gain weight because of different things in my life beyond the nutrition, which we're going to talk about today. And so that's why I believe in the very holistic approach, where you get to eat with freedom, you get to restore your relationship with your body. And I'm telling you, after working with over hundreds of women, this approach is what allows weight to just fall off. So of course there are these strategies and tools that we can use and implement, which I'll share today. Calorie counting is a great tool if you're just getting started and understanding what your body actually needs. But I love intuitive eating and eating according to your body, because our body holds wisdom beyond what the mind tells us, what logic tells us. And so what I work with inside of my programs with my clients is to guide them to become more sensitive, more intuitive with the way that they eat, so that they get to live in pure freedom and without even thinking about the food too much, the body fat percentage too much. It really just falls off, which is incredible. And that excites me. If you can't tell, I'm very excited. So grab your notes. I hope you're nice and comfortable. I'm actually standing because I have so much energy and I'm really excited to bring this to you today. But I want to keep this short and sharp. And I'll share at the end if you want more information, because I could talk hours and days for this, and I have a course that is over 3 days, it's over 4 hours of content, and has everything that I'm speaking about today and more. So anyway, I'll talk at the end of that if that's something that you feel will help you beyond this training, but you'll still get a lot of value today. So the first thing, there are a few things that I want to share, different pillars. I think I have, just to keep us on track, about 6 pillars that we're going to talk about today. And if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm just going to make sure there aren't any new comments. Yes, okay, so drop them in the chat. If you have questions, ask them. Some of you have dropped me questions privately for me to address today. So this is interesting, because, and tell me in the chat if this is new information. When I work with my clients, and the way that I teach is we kind of get to the nutrition and the movement last. Interesting, right? Because we're talking about body fat percentage. Instantly people think food. But what I want for you, and what I truly believe you want for yourself, is to be consistent, and for this to be a lifestyle, for it to no longer be a fad. And so this is why the first piece when it comes to lowering your body fat percentage, and something that I feel not many coaches will tell you or talk about, but this is where I've seen the most success with myself and my clients, is to understand why you even want to lower your body fat percentage. And so just think about that for a second. And this is what I work on with my clients, is what is their actual deeper motivation? Because this is going to be the key to consistency. Because how can we lower our body fat percentage over a period of time, and then the next step is to keep it off? We're not just here to do it for a week or a 30-day challenge or a 16-week challenge even, or 6 months and then you're done. We're here to do this for as long as we can, right? This has been my pursuit, and it continues to be my pursuit. I'm still working on my personal body and composition because I work out in a way that is joyful. The process gets to be fun and it gets to be enjoyable, and that's what I want for you. So the first thing in lowering your body fat percentage, which I feel people don't talk about, and might be new, pop it into the chat if this is the first time you're hearing this when it comes to lowering body fat percentage, is to understand what is your reason. What is the reason? Is it for your family? Is it for yourself? Is it to feel good, to look good, to function better? That's the first piece. And the way I'm going to be sharing these pieces is it's kind of in reverse, because a lot of the things that people don't even think about should come first before we even talk about nutrition. And we will talk about nutrition at the end, nutrition and movement pieces that you can implement already. But these are the things that I really want you to have as the foundations, non-negotiables if you can. So the first piece, after understanding why this is even something that matters to you, because this is going to help you be consistent to drop weight effortlessly and keep it off if that's your goal, is to get sunshine. Number 1, vitamin D. Why this is important is because it ties into our quality of sleep. Sleep has been shown in several studies to help contribute to sufficient weight loss and weight management. It's been found that, and you probably have seen this, is when we stay up late, and you've felt this yourself, when you stay up late, you have a really late night, you wake up super hungry. So what sleep does, what rest does, is that it allows us to manage our appetite. And when we get sunshine first thing in the morning, this also helps to regulate the melatonin, the hormones in our body. Many women, so I work with women who struggle with hormone imbalances, and a lot of the time a hormone imbalance can lead to weight gain. So what do we do to reverse this? We balance out the hormones by starting at the point that we wake up. So we have a really nice and restful sleep. We wake up, we get some sunshine if you have access to sunshine. Some places are in cold locations where there's not much sun, but this helps to get the system going, to help regulate the hormones, and this is going to be the first piece that cascades into the others. So you have your why, the sunshine, your rest, and your sleep. The next piece is actually hydration. So I have some tea in here. Hydration has also been shown, first of all, we're over 60% water. And a lot of the time when people are walking around dehydrated, they hold water retention. Why? Because the body is thinking, I'm not getting enough water, I'm going to hold on to this. And so that's when women experience bloating. By drinking more water, again, this was something I had to wrap my head around when I first learned about this, is that drinking more water helps to flush the water out. Why? Because it tells the body, I'm getting sufficient water, I can release this. I don't need to hold on to this for survival, pretty much. This is going to be another key. Drop into the chat if any of this is new to you, because when I first learned these tools, I was like, ooh, and then I tried it myself and I was like, wow, no bloating, feeling great, waking up great. So resting well, sleeping well, hydration and sunshine if you can. Now, when women and people in general start to gain weight, it is a contribution from things beyond nutrition. Many times, beyond nutrition and exercise. A lot of the time it's stress. Again, we're going to tie it back to hormones, because our body is focused on surviving, on thriving. And if the hormones are out of whack, it's going to be going through some processes that either keep the weight on for protection, whatever it is. So what are some things that we can help to mitigate this? With stress management, there are some people in here, many of you have very stressful jobs, have these crazy hours that you work. I understand that, I see that, and I honor that. And so what I have spoken about in other trainings before is doing what's called creating the sacred space for yourself. And how this works is basically, whether it's first thing in the morning, midday, end of the day, find and fight for this beautiful sacred space where you can do some mindset work. I have a free journal prompt PDF if you need some guidance around this. Just drop me a message where you just journal your thoughts, or you can just journal in general, do some breath work and mindset practices, and really shifting your mindset at the start of the day or any time of the day that brings you into this place of alignment. Why? Because if we don't get into this place of alignment, all the other things that we do during the day, and we're getting into nutrition now, is that if we're highly stressed and we're not experiencing these elevated emotions or even calm and peace and serenity, alignment, then we will start to eat perhaps emotionally. We'll start to eat perhaps more than what we need, what our body needs. We'll start to eat faster than we should. We'll start to eat in a way that is not mindful at all. So these are the things that I want you to just for yourself do a bit of a check. When you eat, in your philosophy around eating, and when you reach for food, what is your actual state? Are you in this place of, ooh, I'm so excited and I'm so grateful for my body? Maybe you're not in this place yet. Maybe you are. Or are you coming from this place of, I'm so stressed, I only have 5 minutes, I need to scarf down this entire meal right now, so eating too quickly, not even chewing the food, which leads to suboptimal optimization of digestion, because you have these huge chunks. Digestion starts in the mouth. Remember that. One key piece when it comes to managing weight is simply chewing your food enough. The second is the time. Are you eating too quickly? Then are you eating too quickly that the brain hasn't yet communicated, or the stomach hasn't communicated yet to the brain that it's full, that you eat more and more and more, and then at the end you're just super stuffed. So can you see how this starts with the mindset? This starts first with the management of stress, and then the nutrition comes into place. Because unless we have these key pieces locked in, no matter how much we know what we should or shouldn't eat, or how we should or when we should eat, that's going to go out the window, because we're lacking sleep, we're stressed, we're dehydrated, we haven't had sunshine, hormones are all out of whack. So how can we even trust the body and the signals that it tells us, right? Drop into the chat if this is making sense, if this is resonating with you, because this is it. This is key. If you get this, the rest will be so much easier. So, last 2 points here. Nutrition and movement. So, again, I can talk for days about nutrition. And there's so much to mention here. But the key pieces is, are you eating from a place of joy? And I could talk to you about food composition, about carbs, protein, fats, and we'll touch on it a little bit today. But first of all, are you eating from a place of joy and respect for your body? This resonates with Lisa. Amazing, totally. Right? This is the first piece. Are you eating from a place of joy? So, studies, there was a study that was done, and this is why this is a matter of health or calories. This is a matter of what is your motivation. Is it looks? Is it function? Because there have been studies where people literally ate Twinkie bars and lost weight. Nearly 30 pounds from eating Twinkie bars, Twinkie diet. You can look it up on Google. But the thing here is this sustainable? Is this healthy? This was an experiment simply about weight loss, fat loss. not even about muscle composition and aesthetic and all of that. So allow this to sink in for yourself. What is your motivation? And is it actually health and function? Do you want to be vibrant? Is it beyond just the physical? For me, what I work on with my clients is we really dig deep to the core of it, because you can only go so far with the superficial. This is what I believe. And so let's talk a little bit about the nutrition side. There are a few pieces here that are super basic, right? So choosing whole grains over refined carbs and refined sugars. This is better for digestion. High fiber foods have been associated with reducing even things like not only belly fat, but blood pressure, all of these other pieces to do with eating the most natural to your body. This is the core of what I believe and what I have found over 10 years in the industry, and diving deep into nutrition and as a certified coach in multiple areas of health and fitness and nutrition, is that our body has this incredible wisdom within it. And if you allow it the space to heal and to return to balance, you can actually trust the signals that it gives. Because if we are living on pizza and chocolate and chips, we can't yet trust our body, because that's what it knows, that's what it craves. Our taste buds are different. The digestion is different. So what I would actually suggest, if you are starting from complete scratch, and there are 1,001 things that I can teach you and share with you about actual food and the science behind food, but for the one actionable step, because that's most important to me, is that you take this one actionable step today, is to get the other pieces in check, understand your why, hydrate, sleep, rest, get some sunshine, manage stress. And then with food, it's to just have a look at what's in your pantry, what's on your plate, and would you find this in nature in this kind of state? How close to nature is it? So if you have a potato chip, I love using this example because it's so simple. If you have a potato chip, how can you move a few steps to its more unprocessed version? So you have a chip drenched in oil and salt, not so optimal for the body or the blood. How can you take it a step back? The step back is probably a potato wedge that you can bake, so you don't have to fry it, you bake it. Okay, how can we take this a step back? Because sometimes people add oil to their wedges. How can you take it a step back? Well, I can have a potato that is boiled or steamed, and it's literally just in water or exposed to heat. And so this is what I want you to start thinking about when it comes to nutrition as a starting point. And the body will naturally move into its ideal shape, its ideal weight, because you're feeding it food that it was designed to eat, in a way that it was designed to eat, right? Just think 50 years ago, how many years ago, chips and chocolate were not as prevalent. People were not snacking on these things as often or as much. What is our physical design? And so that's the first piece around nutrition, right? And I teach what I teach inside of my programs into my clients is incorporating this beautiful morning routine that optimizes detoxification and promotes fat loss, incorporating thermogenic foods like cayenne pepper, probiotics for gut health, for example. I coach my clients through very gentle intermittent fasting in a way that, again, is natural to the body. It's not forced, and you get to do it very gradually, right? I love doing this with my clients, and I'm so glad that I get to share this with you. So that is on the nutrition side. Drop into the chat if this is resonating. And the thing that I want to do today is to totally uncomplicate nutrition. I want to just make this so simple. It gets to be so simple, right? And it's a process. Give yourself the time and the space to learn and to experiment with your body and to understand for yourself, how good do you actually feel? Like, I'll share a quick example before I move into our last piece and then we wrap up. At the end of last year, just to share numbers and for reference, I was sitting at 52, 53 kg, right? I was feeling great, And it's great. It's great for my height and everything. I got COVID and I lost 3 kilos. I've now lost 4 kilos because of just the way that I live and I eat and I'm in the sun all the time, and I'm just living life and I'm loving life. But I have never been this strong. I've never felt this strong, this vibrant. My sleep is amazing. My energy is amazing. And so what I have discovered in this time, the reason I'm sharing this, is that I thought that I was, and I believe, we can make any weight optimal for us. I see that heart, thank you. Is that when I was at this 52, 53 kg weight, I was feeling great, but now I feel like absolutely so lean, and I eat what I desire. Yesterday I had a burrito. I had this massive burrito. I had toast for breakfast. I had a salad for lunch. I do my morning routine with my water and my detox water with the cayenne. Teas, different types of teas, probiotics in the morning, vegan yogurts to support my system. So for me, I move in a way that's very intuitive. If I want to go over and get a burrito, I will. I'm not going to be like, oh, there's carbs and there's rice and it's white rice and all these things, because I'm coming from a place of joy and I'm coming from a place of wholeness, and I understand that I'm doing this so that I can function my best. And as a result, I will look my best and I will feel my best. So perhaps this is something that you've thought about, or if it's an aha moment, let me know as well. If you're realizing, hey, I want to look good, but I want to feel good and I want to function even better. And to have this freedom around food. I was having a conversation the other day with a lovely lady who is looking for coaching, and she has a coach, and I thought, well, how can I help you? You're working with a coach already. And she said, well, this coach is is advising that I do this kind of workout and this kind of workout. I eat these many calories and these many carbs and this, and she's losing weight. But I asked her, okay, well, it's great that you're losing weight, but are you happy? Does this seem like something that you'll be able to do long term? And what I pride myself on is, as a coach, is what I'm here to do is to give you the tools so that you can be empowered for yourself. Is that at the end of whatever program or coaching with me, at least for my clients, and I have clients who they get these tools and then they just stay with me. They just keep on working with me because I'm also constantly leveling up and finding new things. But the reason I'm saying this is that my goal is for you to not need to rely on someone to eventually come to this place of ownership for your health. You own your health and you understand your body in a way that you get to have this relationship with your body, right? It's like a relationship with anyone. If you have a boyfriend or brother or sister, a best friend, you get to know them. You understand them. You understand when maybe they give you a response and they're feeling a little bit emotional and you want to talk to them about it. It's the same with your body. If you feel like you're getting those emotions, allow yourself to feel it, to be there for your body. And I'm telling you that this will flow into your nutrition, into the movement, whether you love to dance, whether you love to do hikes or to do circuit training. I love circuit training. I love weight training. It's so much fun. Like, I'll do a 30-minute burpee HIIT workout and people will be like, oh, not fun. But for me, I love it. I love it. And I'm not telling you that you have to do the same thing, but this is something that my body loves to do and craves to do. What is it that your body loves to do and craves to do? And maybe in the beginning it'll be a bit uncomfortable, like, okay, you kind of know in your head that this is the best workout for you, not so enjoyable, but over time, how can you make it fun? How can you make it exciting, something to look forward to? Like Zumba or dance movements, workout classes, strength training, Pilates, yoga, stretching, whatever it is, right? I have a client that I work with, and she has some extra weight, but we worked for the first 5 months on her mindset. And then in the 5th month, did she finally get that breakthrough, and she said, I'm going to get back on the elliptical. I'm going to go back on my walks. And can you see how many times we might force ourselves prematurely to do the things before we nurture our heart and our soul? Because this is what allows us to be consistent and allows us to come into this place of loving our body unconditionally. And this is what I want for you, to give yourself that sacred space. And this is a journal prompt for you today. If you feel like this exact message is resonating with you, to journal today and just write how you feel and how you want to move and how you want to look and how you want to function. Use that as a starting point to get clarity. And that is where I feel, whether you've done this before or not, whether you are new to this or not, there is merit to doing this. I do this every single day. I'll tell you that. Even after being in this industry for over 10 years, I still journal about how I want to feel and how I want to look. Because we are constantly expanding, we are constantly evolving, and we are constantly growing and learning. And so how can you make it fun and enjoyable, right? So we are going to wrap it up here. I'm going to share a little bit. If you want more guidance on this, of course, I'll do some lives. If you have any questions, drop it into the chat. But I'd love to see into the chat what resonated with you, what stood out to you, and what you feel is your first next step. Because I don't want you to leave this live being like, oh, that was a really nice live. Like, I learned a lot. I feel really good. I'm motivated. What are you going to do about it? What is the action step? So if you feel comfortable, you can share it into the comments to for us to keep each other accountable and to cheer each other on. I mean, my actionable step after this, I feel amazing. I have so much energy. I'm going to do a quick workout before I go for lunch with a friend. So pop into the chat if you feel comfortable. I know some of you are like at work and you're tuning in, so maybe you're just tuning in subtly and not going to leave any comments. So yeah, leave a comment of what really resonated with you and what your next step is, actionable step. In case you hear that, that's my friend's dog that I'm dog sitting. And so a few things, if you feel like this really resonated with you, there are a few things that the way that I can continue to support you much deeper, right? Today's training has been powerful. I trust that the message will sink in for you into an actionable, inspired step. But we just kept it very general. Oh, right, and I had a quick question. Yes, there was a question that was asked. Is there really a significant benefit to lower body fat doing intermittent fasting? So before I forget, this is a question that was sent in. My take on intermittent fasting, I love it. We intermittent fast every single day. When we're sleeping, we're not eating unless you eat while you're sleeping. But the key here is to extend that fasting period, that fasted state, so that you can prolong detoxification, support fat loss, and kick the metabolism into gear, which is super fun. And when it comes to lowering body fat, I did this myself. I work on this with my clients, guided, so that it's fun and it's sustainable and their body doesn't get shocked, because that can happen. So it's very powerful if done correctly, and it is very effective in lowering body fat quite quickly, depending on what you're doing. If you have any questions on intermittent fasting, if there is enough interest in the topic, then I can do another mini training on that, because I love it. I love it so much. Changed my life forever. So as we are wrapping up, if you feel like you need more guidance, the most exciting thing that I have to share, thing that I'm most excited about, that's what I wanted to say, is my membership is live and it is open, and we are currently enrolling 6 and 12-month memberships for those who are really wanting support and more guidance. And there is a founding member offer at the moment, so the prices will double very soon. So at this point, you get to have the support for 6 months, 12 months at the current price point. I'm going to drop it in the chat, and I see another question here. So Goldie says, actually, lack of proper rest and sleep is one factor for weight gain, not a question, statement, and looks. And the rate of how you eat is also another. Yeah, that's a huge one. Yeah, great. And that, I'm so glad that that stood out for you. I would need to work on these. Yes, yeah. So rest, lacking proper rest and sleep is one big factor for weight gain. And the rate that we eat and how we eat, chewing the food, digesting, the type of food we eat to promote having probiotics and all these good things. Great question here about coffee. I have actually been meaning to do a training on this because I've been getting this question left, right, and center. I need to do a training on this. So here we are. How about coffee? Is it okay to have it as part of your diet? So I am not a huge coffee drinker. I might drink it occasionally for the taste. The thing about coffee, and there are studies done on this, there's a book called When by Daniel Pinkett, I think is his name, and he includes in the book a study where they talk about people who drink coffee first thing in the morning and what that does, because when we're sleeping, our cortisol, our stress hormone goes down, right? And then when we wake up, the cortisol slowly rises, which is a good thing. It's not like it's skyrocketing through the roof. But all of these hormones like melatonin and cortisol and all these things that our body harmoniously understands like a symphony, it moves up and it shifts, right? What happens is when people drink coffee right away is it stunts these hormones from the natural progression. And so this is why when people drink a lot of coffee and then they get off it cold turkey, they experience migraines and withdrawal symptoms and all these negative feelings and side effects. So that said, you can have your coffee, that's completely fine, but what Daniel Pinkett and based on the study, what they recommend is to give your body a few hours in the morning to wake up and then have your coffee, so that you give the body and the hormones the natural, the opportunity to naturally progress as they would, so that you can get into this nice place of balance with your hormones and your mood and your energy, and then you can have the coffee. Right? Instead of it being something that you rely on like a crutch, because we actually have our own mechanism in our body that allows all of these like energizing hormones and mood boosters to come into play. But what happens many times with the coffee, it stunts it, stops it, then we rely on it and experience all these things. Coffee is also highly acidic. Cold brew is always my recommendation around this, to go for cold brew. And then also with the thyroid can cause some stress with the body depending on your current lifestyle, right? All really depends. Great question, Goldie. Thank you. So again, really great questions. I'm loving this energy. Everyone here has so much value. I can feel that you guys are like, you're on your health journey and you're making some really huge changes. You just being here is a huge commitment and statement to yourself for really committing to that. So of course I want to be able to support you further. Being part of this community here, this Transform community, is great. I do these lives now and then, especially when people come up with these questions. So whenever I do post something in the group that asks about something that you want to learn more of, do comment, make the most of that so I can go live, because chances are someone else wants to learn about it, someone is struggling about it, struggling with it, and so then I can do that. So that's of course the community. But if you're really wanting to dive deeper in this, I do have a membership that just launched and I'm so excited about it. We have specific recipes and meal plans, nutrition. I can barely talk, I'm so excited. Recipes for nutrition, all holistic, all super delicious. And then there's also movement. Hi, hello to those who are hopping on. I will drop the link here so you guys can explore it while I'm chatting about it. Of course, I do have spots to work with me one-on-one. So if that is something that you want to explore, then just drop me a personal message that way and we'll book a time to talk. If you are really looking for that one-on-one guidance and really this customization for your health. But if you want to be part of the membership, we are open for enrollment, 6 and 12-month memberships as well. And this is a community. We have a separate Facebook group community with the women. I do more of these in-depth lives, and then we also have these Zoom calls for hot seat coaching. And then you have an entire portal on nutrition, fitness, workouts. I'm going to be rolling out very soon live workouts and more programs around movement that are gentle, low impact, dance, all these really cool fun things. But the thing I'm really excited about with this membership is that it incorporates the huge mindset piece. So I have a number of audios, visualizations, audio learnings, so you can just put it in your ear, walk around on your day, meditations, journaling prompts, all of this guidance, and we do it together so that you are supported, you have accountability and consistency, and you have this continual support for the entire year if you join us for a year or 6 months, depending. So, the membership is called the Thrive Portal. Why? Because it is the portal that you enter into to truly thrive, not just survive, but to thrive holistically. Holistic health has a number of dimensions, right? It has the social aspect, even career, finance, relationships. We talk about relationships, we talk about the girl stuff. We talk about menstrual cycles and moon phases and fitness and nutrition and even environment, things like minimalism. So all of these tools that help to become a master of your mindset and a master of yourself. That's the key. Hello, Laura, welcome. So this is the portal that you enter into to thrive in all areas of life and to be supported and to help you stay consistent and motivated the entire way through. We have a beautiful group of women. We're nearly 12 women so far, and I believe that we're going to reach 50, if not 100, before the year ends, perhaps even more, but that's the vision, is to really bring this closer-knit community and to equip you in between calls like this. So I go live for the women. We do these Zoom calls for laser coaching and questions, which means that you have all of this information, and if you have any questions, you have that support, real time support in the Facebook group, and then as well inside the coaching calls where we go live. We have these kind of virtual gatherings, we chat, we share struggles, progress, whatever it is. So that's the Thrive Portal. This is the membership, and inside the membership are just tons of nutrition support, but you are guided step by step. Fitness workouts. I have a lady who is starting my 12-day lean, my 12-day low-impact lean workout. Ooh, I'm so excited. And because this is the first version of the membership, this is, first of all, you get the founding member price, which is only going to be available for another few days. So you'll want to check out the link. The second thing is that I'm working very closely with the women, so literally anything that they want and need, I'm at their beck and call. Like, I did a poll for my ladies, and I was like, do you want to do arm toning or booty sculpting, or what is it that they want? Dance workouts. And so I'll be rolling out these live sessions that you don't have to attend, and then they're always uploaded into the portal so that you can watch them, you can do the programs. I have a 3-week program in there, a 12-day program in there, and I'll be rolling out these longer programs, shorter programs for all levels and different styles of movement, right? But the core is to feel good and to have the mindset to stay consistent, to have fun, and to be in this really supportive sisterhood of women who are also going through these struggles with weight and stress. And so that is the key that I truly feel and believe is missing in the fitness industry, is talking more about mindset, about balance, about, and this is the last example I'll share before I hop off, because I do have to meet a friend for lunch. One of my clients was talking about how she has dessert every day and she has these goals to lose weight. And my philosophy is, keep eating the dessert. Eat it. Eat it if you want. And what we'll do is we'll shift things around so that it's optimized. Whether it's shifting what the dessert is, maybe it's really not too healthy, or it's just shifting a few things around with the nutrition or the movement. That's one of my one-on-one clients. So again, if you want one-on-one support, I do curated meal plans and workouts and all these cool things, and we do these Zoom calls every week or every other week, depending on you. Or the membership, which is the Thrive Portal membership, where we come together as a group. The founding member price, what this means is that you will only be investing that amount every month at that current price point before it jumps up, before it doubles. And the reason being is that there's going to be more content added constantly. Lots and lots of stuff in there. Maybe, if you have any questions, drop me a message. Otherwise, it's been so awesome to hang out with you. The last thing, if you really want specifically to get into nutrition, I do have a nutrition course. I will drop it here into the chat as well. Let me just find the link. So that is, I think sorry if you can hear my keyboard, it's super loud. Whenever I do a call with my mom, and I have my laptop here, my phone on my laptop like this, and I'm typing, she's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? It's so loud. So hopefully it's not too bad for you. I'm going to drop into the chat the link for the nutrition course, The Art of Food Combining. And if you don't yet have my free library, then let me know, drop me a message so you can check it out, kind of see how these portals look, and really enjoy. So, and if you have the library, you get a discount on this. So I don't want to drop too many links. So just drop me a message if you want the library, the free library. If you are curious and you have questions about the membership, or if you want to work with me one-on-one. So that has been on for today, how to lower your body fat percentage naturally. It starts in the mind. It starts with the mindset. What is your motivation? What are the things that bring you joy, spark joy? Because we're here for the long term. We're here for long-term results, not quick fixes, right? And then incorporating some of those very simple tools that I mentioned with the rest and the stress and the sunshine, stress management, not adding more stress, nutrition, keeping it balanced, and then the movement, making sure that it's something that you love. And this allows it to be consistent, for you to be consistent, which then leads to sustainable results, consistent results, and for you to actually see these results. So now you have a good foundation of the information, the knowledge. It's now time to implement. And the reason why I emphasize mindset so much is that we can have all this knowledge, but we either A, won't take action, or B, won't stay consistent. And that is not going to support your weight loss or fat loss or even muscle gaining goals, right? So that is it for today. This was meant to be a mini training and it's nearly been 1 hour. Wow. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for your time and for carving your time out for this today and for yourself. So again, if you have any questions, all the links are here. I will send an email later on, and otherwise, have a wonderful Sunday. Have a great Sunday. Some of you are working, some of you are spending time with the family. So enjoy your day, stay hydrated, get some sunshine if you can. It's still not too late. And eat lots of fresh vegetables. Eat what you desire, but eat from a place of joy and love, and reflecting with those journal prompts of what is your motivation, what is your why, and what do you actually want to achieve. Get clarity on these goals, because that is key to consistency. Clarity is key to consistency. Clarity is key to consistency. Clarity, clarity, clarity. So I hope that you have enjoyed today. Serena says, I will get it tomorrow. It's 9 p.m. here. Yay, I'm so excited. Yay, awesome. I'm so excited. Love you, Serena. And thank you for joining. It's so good that you're here. And good night to you. Have a wonderful evening. Yes, for my friends in the US, Canada, good night. For those in the Philippines and Asia and Australia, where I currently am, good morning and good afternoon. And I will see you very soon. So take care. Love you all. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.